Nightcrawler. Starring Jake Gyllenhaal, this movie follows the story of Lou Bloom. He's a guy living in LA, just scraping by, doing whatever he can to find work or make money, stealing bikes and other things to sell on the streets to make a little bit of money, basically trying to find what his passion is while at the same time earning money. This movie's been on my radar for a few months now. Everyone's been buzzing about Jake Gyllenhaal's performance, besides the fact that he lost, he said, 25-30 pounds for this role, which whenever people do garners attention and Oscar buzz a lot of the time, but all I've been hearing about is Gyllenhaal's performance in this movie. And besides seeing a trailer, I didn't know much about it. This movie was fantastic. It takes place in the underbelly of LA, very dark side of LA, gritty, and Gyllenhaal's character is basically like a human coyote. He just patrols the streets at night. So one night he's driving on the freeway in LA and he comes across a car crash with paramedics there on the scene. He stops to take a look at it, and all of a sudden Bill Paxton's character comes zooming in a van, and he's what's called a Nightcrawler. He and another guy have cameras and basically dive right into the scene of the crime, getting whatever gore or shock value they can on film so that they can immediately sell it to news stations in LA. Needless to say, Jake Gyllenhaal immediately gravitates towards this career path, buys a cheap camera, learns the ropes, and before we know it, he is a master at his craft. And he gets a little bit too good at his craft, to the point where he's not only filming crimes as they're committed, but he's altering crime scenes and committing crimes at times so that he can be the first one on the story and get this incredible footage to sell to news stations. So that's basically the background of the movie. But along with this, Jake Gyllenhaal's character is extremely creepy. His personality, I don't even know how I would describe him. The way he talks to people, he's so confident and seemingly knowledgeable about all different things. Basically, we catch on really quickly that he's a psychopath. Some people in the movie catch on to this, some people don't, but the audience sees it, and throughout the movie, we see this progress more and more. We see his inner evil come out more and more. Renee Russo plays a station director at a fictional KWLA, which is actually KTLA down the street from me here in LA. She was always good in movies, particularly in the 90s, so I was really happy to see her in this movie, and she does a great job. But Jake Gyllenhaal steals the show here. He just completely fell into this role, and I think this is the best performance of his career. It's definitely the creepiest performance of his career, at least since Bubble Boy. But the way he manipulates people and the actions he takes to succeed in this business is unbelievable. I was thinking after I saw the movie that this character is so interesting and so particular, something we've never seen on camera before, that he could be just sitting at a desk the whole movie, talking to coworkers in an office, and I would be completely engaged. Gyllenhaal completely owned this character. And the fact that his character, Lou Bloom, found this profession that's so interesting and so perfectly suited a psychopath like this was fascinating. Another thing I liked was that this character was an antagonist. He was a villain. But the combination of the way this movie was directed, written, and shot, along with Gyllenhaal's performance, we actually cared for this character. We were completely invested in him, and we actually found ourselves rooting for him. Another thing I loved about the movie was that it intensified so much at the end. The last 20 minutes or so of the movie was just so incredibly intense. It was great. For Nightcrawler, I at least expect Jake Gyllenhaal to get an Oscar nomination for Best Actor. Like I said, he became this character. He was so good and so spot on and interesting. Thanks so much for watching my review, guys. Check out my reviews for Whiplash and Birdman also, and I hope to see you back here soon. Bye.